bold people make history. So if you want to be the lead actor of your movie, which is your life, you've got to take choices that might be contrary to what you've heard. When I was younger, it was really romanticized that you're going for it and just keep going. And, it's like you have to work 24 hours, do 4 movies in one time, 5 shifts, don't sleep, don't eat. And the more a person does that, the more successful you will be. But as I have seen and lived more life, I've realized having a work-life balance is really important. But to have a sense of passion when you wake up in the morning for whatever, whether it's your job, whether it's your life, whether it's your hobby, to have a sense of passion gives you a sense of purpose. And having a sense of purpose really leads to success, I think.
I was learning the craft. I'd never been to school, acting school or anything. So, my observations were just, what is everyone else doing around me? How can I learn? And I think that's something I still have. I'm a student of life. I don't expect that I know everything. So when I ask for something, it doesn't come from a place of I expect this done. It comes from a place of here's why it needs to be done. Mm-hmm. I come with reason because I don't like being told no to. So I make the situation such that it's hard to say no, where I'll be like, this is why it's necessary. Here's why we should make the change. I'm not someone who likes conflict. I love collaboration. I learn, and I tell young girls, this specifically girls, but mostly for young people, confidence it's self-taught. It's not something you're born with. It's not something that you'll always have. There'll be days where you're completely underconfident and don't feel the best. My job, I don't have the luxury, or yours, to be able to go to set and be like, I'm having an underconfident day. We still have to do this. We still have to perform.
And I would like to tell my younger 19, 20-year-old self that, life is all hills and valleys. It's never going to be a smooth road. You will have up, you will have down, but when it's down, you will go up. So when you're up, be prepared for a down, and it's okay. Surround yourself by people that prop you up. Surround yourself by people who are genuinely happy for you. Not all the followers, not like the people who, you think are your friends that you may party with, but the ones that pick up your phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning. The one when someone is sick in your family that will sit with you for hours overnight. Those are the ones you collect. Those are the ones you remember, and those are the ones you keep for the rest of your life. That's the biggest riches in the world. Whenever life has been tough, and it's been tough many times, it's been almost down and out, and you don't want to get out of bed, and you don't want to see anyone. I grew up in the public eye. So I kind of realized that my best person was me. I had to rely on my skill set. Whenever I was nervous or I was scared, I started focusing on whatever was the goal in that moment. I never thought the canvas could be as big as this. This was not ever an aim or ever even a thought. I came from a family of doctors, physicians, military. Most of my family has been in the service. My father and my mother both were in the military. So it wasn't a realistic ambition at that time. I come from a small town in India. My parents, both highly progressive, always pushed me towards whatever dream I wanted to have. I kept looking at the next rung of the ladder, and then slowly I looked back and I was like 60 feet above. It is up to us and our generation to be able to cut those ties and change it for the next generation so that they don't inherit the equity on light skin. They don't inherit the gender equality that we probably thought was normal. I thought it was completely normal and absolutely okay to sit for hours and hours on set while my male co-actor just took his own time, decided whenever he wanted to show up on set is when we would shoot. It was normal, when fairness commercials came by and it was a really big shiny brand. It was normal for actors, to male and women, to say, oh wow, I have glowy white skin now. There was nothing wrong around it. When I was 21, 22, I did think that I was dark-skinned. I did think that I was not pretty enough. I did think that I would have to work a lot harder, even though I thought I was probably a little bit more talented than my co-actors who were lighter skinned. I thought that was right. I thought that because it was so normalized. So when I was younger, I didn't have the mental equipment to be able to deal with how that made me feel.